Yeah! It's your boy, Sugar Ray.
And I am Tanya.
It's your girl, Tanya.
No, I don't even talk like that. I can't even make myself do that.
And welcome to the IonKnowMuch Podcast. Now, here's the thing. This podcast is written, produced, directed, but not financed by you. Now, Tanya, really quick, I want to go over a couple of things because I've been having conversations lately, talking to people. Everybody's talking about healing and therapy and things of that nature. And I was having a conversation with a young lady, and she told me that, I just taking time off from dating and, stuff like that, right? So she's saying she's taking time off from dating. I said, why? What are you doing in the meantime while you're taking off from dating? She said, well, I'm healing. I said, well, what work are you doing? How are you healing? How do you know that you're healing? So I know this is your expertise because you're a lady and you know more than I know. I'm a guy. Can you please tell me? And I don't know much, you know what I'm saying? But I do know this. I know that you know this. So can you please expound upon those who need to hear your voice and your perspective in terms of is healing work and what does it take to heal? Can you help me out with that a little bit?
Okay, absolutely. So it's different for everybody. That's first of all what I want to say. It's completely different for each person. Healing is not what people think it is. Healing does not look like what people think it is. I mean, again, I did say it was different for everyone, but you can.
What is it like? What is it like for you? Talk to me, man.
Ugly. It's ugly. It's an ugly mess.
It's ugly, okay.
Yes, because healing means not only are you trying to get yourself in a better space, but you are also trying to not go back to that space.
You losing me now. I thought I had
that you need to heal from. So basically like this. Healing is looking at yourself, taking a good look at yourself, the things that you're going through, and it's some separation, it's some loneliness, it's some crying. It's different for everybody, but it's not, I'm just not dating right now. I mean, that's cool, but to attract something different from what you are healing from, how are you going to attract something different? How do you do that?
Let me ask you a question. If I'm a woman, all right, and I'm going through a breakup or a series of breakups, because what I'm finding out is that a lot of people are healing from this situation, that situation, and that situation, right? What steps am I going to take? Like if you was to give somebody some homework, what would that homework be for them to get started in their journey of getting either back to themselves or becoming a better version of themselves? Help me out with
being by themselves, getting back to yourself.
Okay.
It's all about you. Everything is about you. This is your journey. So healing from this one, and that one. When did you actually heal?
Is there work involved?
There's a lot of work involved in healing.
Because the conversation I was saying, I was like, yo, there's some work. I said, for instance, let's just take the body. If you cut yourself, right? Mm-hmm. The body sends out histamines. It goes through a process called hemostasis, and it sends out histamines and blood clots, and it signals the body to heal. And what I was explaining to her was like, yo, it's work. Even though you cut yourself and you didn't personally do the work. Intentionally do the work, the body did the work, right? So you might heal, but there's still a scar. You might need a little cocoa butter and stuff like that. Talk to me, if you can, because I feel like I know something, but I don't know much. Can you talk to me about the scars?
Well, the problem with the scars is a lot of people bring the scars forth everywhere they go.
Hot deep. She always want to get deep.
They talk about the things that did not serve them. They talk about the things that they need to heal from. Again, we need to talk about it, get it out, but you're talking about it every day. Now you're calling your girlfriend. Now you're posting it online and you're talking about your healing. No, baby, it's following you. You're calling it. You're calling it everywhere you go. It's in your vibration.
So they in the past.
Living in the
past. Okay.
Expecting new results, expecting something new, expecting something different, but bringing all that from the past.
So if you're bringing it, because I hate the past. I love the past because it could be a foundation of some good things, but I hate the idea personally of living in the past. When you say people bringing everything forth and they living in it, give me some examples of what you.
Oh, sure. People post, then people gonna be mad at me for this.
Who gonna be mad at you?
People.
Who's people?
Just people.
These people?
Some of y'all people.
So they definitely gonna be mad at me. They stay mad at me.
For instance, someone passed away.
Okay.
We just want to use that for example. Someone passed away. And I used to do this. I was guilty of this.
We've been dealing with a lot.
Every year on that anniversary, you don't feel necessarily.
What anniversary?
Of the death of the person.
Okay.
If someone passes away every year on the anniversary of that person, let's say if it's your mom, because for me it was my mother, I would post it every year. I'm sad about it. I'm looking for these comments that, helps me with, this shit was 10 years ago and I'm still, people, oh, I'm sorry. And it's like, why are you still posting this? What are you looking for? What are you looking to obtain from this? Because is this still your healing journey? I mean, how long is it? Okay. So what I'm saying is, right. At some point you got to say,
it was that way for you personally.
I'm just talking to me personally. So for me, it was like, you know what? It's time to actually heal. Heal is not repeating something every year and expecting to feel different about it. You get sad when you think about it. Sometimes you're emotional when you're writing the post.
So you say it's your mom. So what's actually happening, unless your mom was born on Mother's Day, then
she was.
Your mother was born on Mother's Day?
Absolutely.
Wow.
And
or close to it.
On Mother's Day, Brad. Her birthday was Mother's Day.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna say you lucky. Because don't forget, we got people who go through this on Mother's Day and their mom's birthday.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
And their mom's death day. Okay.
But you're basically saying what I'm saying they're doing. Okay, but when do you get over it? Right. So you just gonna do this every year, knowing daggone well when Mother's Day comes, you might be a little sad. Why are you posting about it? Do you and your mom have any great memories? How about just think about that? You talking about the death day? The things that hurt you are not the things that you need to continually talk about all the time. Because it's bringing back those feelings.
Okay.
And if you're healed from it, guess what? You don't want to talk about it.
No, you don't want to talk about it.
Because what you talking about? I know you got something different going on. I mean, let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this. How do you move on from something? Do you move on or do you just keep on bringing it with you slowly? Gotta let some things go.
Well, this is what I discovered. Somebody was talking about do affirmations. Affirmations are cool. They really, really cool, right? But here's the deal. It's 24 hours in a day. And this is what I was explaining to a really good friend of mine. I said, so how long are your affirmations? Well, I get up in the morning, I write them down. And I said, well, what did it take? About 10 minutes, 15 minutes? You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's say you're going real hard, right? It's an hour, right? I said, but what are you doing with the other 16, 15, 17 hours you're up? Are you conspiring against your affirmations? See, you got it's some time there. If you spend a half an hour on affirming, then
absolutely.
What are you doing with the rest? You bump into this person, you let them pour on you, they turn you into a trash can, they put some emotional baggage on you, and you say, you know what? I got problems too, right?
Yeah.
That's why I got problems too. And next thing you know, you go through 17 hours that absolutely positively, I feel, destroys your morning affirmations, because that's kind of probably usually when you know them. And if you're real good at it, you might do it at night.
Yeah.
Can't heal that way. It takes work.
It takes work.
It
doesn't just take work. It takes inspired action. You shouldn't just be jumping up doing what your girlfriend did when she tried to heal or doing what you think you should do. Wait for that feeling of, you know what? This feels good. I think I should do this. This makes me feel better. Because if you just doing shit, you won't still feel the same.
Let me ask you a question. What were your steps? Do you have steps? Is there steps?
I don't have steps.
If you was gonna give me some steps, I said, listen, girl, I'm just getting out of a breakup. I need to change some things around. How do I change my mindset? How do I do that? What steps? I'll give you a minute. What steps, if any, I'm sure there are some, but what steps would you take? And I know you don't like to give advice.
I don't. And I'm going to tell you why. because this is called a journey and this is your journey. So if I'm
Honestly,
giving you advice, I'm giving it to you from my perspective, baby. I ain't giving it to you that because it's for your good. We think it's for that person's good, but only they know it's for their own good because they were born with their own guidance system. So if I had to give you a step, the step is get
you're
back
getting a
to
little heavy.
you.
If you
Get
talk
back
about
to
guidance
you.
systems, I feel like you're getting a little
Listen,
heavy.
that's how I'm being guided. I'm being guided because I can't do nothing on my own. I'm being guided. I have a whole guidance system.
I want to say something. This woman she a fitness girl, right? She's an instructor. How do you just you're a fitness trainer? Now you coming into contact with all sorts of people, and they can see you. I feel like they can feel you.
They
I
do
feel like
that.
you got some light,
Yeah.
and the light attracts
Oh, I'm a
everything.
fairy.
You're
a fairy.
You're a fairy. My
Yeah.
daughter's losing a tooth right now, so I'm gonna let her know you can come through with a bang, right? But so you're running into these people.
Yeah, all the time.
And they pour some things on you, and because they get comfortable, and you might not let them pour.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
don't.
ever say anything to, like, if they decide they want to expose themselves or reveal some things to you? Do you ever say anything? What is it that you say besides? Give me 10 more. Give me 5 more.
The difference with me is, and my girls can tell you this that I train. They don't have to say anything. I feel them.
Okay.
So sometimes it's me who's saying something. And sometimes I might just do something like give them a hug. Or I might be real like, hey, what's up with you? But I'm not the type that want to know your business. I don't want to hear it. So what I do is ask you things like, and my girls can attest to this. I say things like, tell me what's your emotion right now. Are you brokenhearted, sad, mad? What's up? I don't need to know what happened because I'm not about to fix it.
So what happens when they say, yeah, I'm feeling depressed? What do you say? Do you say anything to that?
It ain't nothing you could do about it right now, but put it in this workout. Is it anything that you can control right now at this moment? Because if you can't control it right now at this moment, you're letting it control you.
So at the end of the day, it takes some work, right?
It takes work. One, it takes work to not be controlled by a thing that you can't control. What are we doing?
All right, so it takes work. It takes what? Accountability?
Well, I'm not going to say accountability.
I know you hate that word.
No, I don't hate that word. No. I don't hate that word. It's
Women hate accountability.
The reason why. So I'm going to tell you why. No, this isn't a
like
male.
To be accountable.
This isn't a male or female thing. This is a real life thing. Let me explain about accountability.
Okay.
No one gets to judge it. Who the heck knows? So that's why I'm not telling anybody to be accountable when I know that they was accountable for their actions. Only they know. And it's only up to them. It only affects them. It don't affect me if they're not accountable.
All right, so I get that it don't affect you.
They live in their own life experience.
I get that it don't affect you, right?
It don't.
But I think that we all come up into a space sometimes where we like, nah, yo, you're not being accountable. And mind you, you're right. This just from my perspective, right? But for me, I don't think words are enough. I think people say, you know what, man, I'm sorry. I should have did this different. I should have did that better. But for me, accountability is like when you take action. Like if you can say what you want to say.
Right, yeah.
But I've heard that, listen, never mind what people say. Watch what they do. It's particularly if I feel like you did something to me. If that's how I feel, that's just how I feel, right? And you could decide you don't care about how I feel, but you don't think there's a certain level of work, because I'm always on work. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman, so that's what I do. I work, right? You don't feel like there's a certain level of work that says, yo, I'm being accountable.
So I'm always on frequency, right? So I'm never on work, right? Because I feel like
work.
there's no work to be done except changing your energy. Okay? Once your frequency is right, you're attracting everything you need. So those people that I have to say, hey, you need to be accountable, they're not around me. I'm not being funny. They're not around me. And I don't get to judge what their accountability is. I'm an unconditional being, meaning whatever you do is the heck on you. Meaning you can tell me, hey, I'm going to show up tomorrow and you don't. I'm going to look at you the same way I looked at you before I didn't know that you wasn't going to show up, because I don't care. This is your life experience. You don't have to do what I want you to do when I want you to do it, even if you say you're going to do it. I don't care.
Yeah, so give me an idea of what an unconditional being is.
that I'm going to still be the same no matter what you do, because what you do don't affect me unless I allow it to affect me.
Do you hang by yourself?
Yes, ultimately, most of the time, me and my sister, you know that.
All right, so that means you're in the company of
So
somebody.
no, so what happens is this. No, I would be in the company of everybody if I could, but I can't. Again, I'm working on frequency, baby. You understand? So I'm attracting my people, right? I got to try. So what happens with me is I meditate AM and PM. So I have a certain energy. And when I go out into this time, space reality, I'm attracting the people with that same energy. So, and when I do come up against something that's weird for me, I got spirit guides. I don't know how to handle it. That's really pretty much it. Everything is a mindset. I'm using mine to the fullest ability. Like, I'm really her.
But you really are. But also, you're an entrepreneur.
I am.
So as an entrepreneur, you must deal with people.
Yeah, and I do. I like dealing with people. And I'm finding that the people that I get, I said this a long time ago, they are for me. They're my people.
Okay.
So when I do get these people, I already know what's coming up, what's going to happen. You know, I know it's going to be some things, right? But again, I don't allow people to dump on me, but I will help you. I will assist you in finding your own way. And the reason why I'll assist you in finding your own way is because, again, going back to we all have our own guidance system. If I give you advice, baby, I'm guiding you from me. And all the time, we don't want different.
Exactly. We don't want the same thing. Okay.
So, you get it? So I'm guiding you from my perspective. Even if I'm looking, I can be your best friend. If I'm not living your life, I can't give you no advice. And now, me and my bestie, we talk. But ultimately, she got to make her own decision.
Well, you done gave me advice.
Ultimately, you still make your own decision,
okay,
right?
But my point is, when you're around people and you're dealing with people, there is a part of you, particularly because if you're a helper, if you're a healer, if you're an empath, there's a part of you that says, hey, maybe try this, or hey, maybe try that, or you have an opinion of the situation.
And you know what I tell them to try?
What?
Meditation. What are we talking about? Meditation. I need y'all to meditate. Listen, let me
I meditate. I don't talk about it, but I meditate.
You should talk about it. Because listen, when you quiet your mind, there's nowhere else to go but within. And that's where all the answers are. We are the blueprint. We have the answers to everything. There's no way that I need to go to anybody, friends or anybody, to get, when I just want to talk about it.
Let me tell you something.
This is what we got to get away from. We got to get away from just going to talk about it.
I'm going to tell you something. I post on my page periodically. I'm a God. Mm-hmm. Right. Now, it's a long way from a lot of stuff that I do in terms of, I do these motivational things, right? Inspirational things. And I'm always telling people, yo, I'm talking to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that thing you talked about when you said this and you said that.
So you really just trying to get deep on these people? What are you doing?
I'm not really trying to get deep, but I'm just saying, because you're talking about what I'm talking about, but some people can get so sacrilegious that they could be offended if you say that. And I'm not saying I am God. I'm saying I am a God, right? Is that too much? Because I feel like this is...
everybody's not a God. Let's be clear on that.
Everybody is not a God.
Everybody's not a God.
But everybody got God in them.
Everybody don't have God in them.
Everybody don't have God in them. You right.
You think God just dwelling in people?
No. Everybody. No. I'm gonna give you that.
Everybody praises some, like, everybody don't have the same beliefs that we have.
I'm gonna give you that, but you gotta remember, you said you're not judging, or you kind of stand up.
I'm not judging.
Now, I know this is a fact. But how do you make that determination?
Because there's people you can actually talk to, and they say, I worship the devil. Do you think God in them? What are you talking about?
No.
God is in you if you invite him.
I don't talk to them people, so I don't fuck with them.
But I don't think so.
I don't fuck with them people.
So you think, the devil, who you worship? No, I'm thankful. And I don't know what people's religious beliefs are. I'm spiritual myself. I don't have any religious beliefs.
Now, you talking to me about source. I say Allah, you say source, I say God.
So you say the universe. I say Most High.
But I say all of that, though.
I say Most High.
You say Most High.
Most High is where I'm going with it. I still say source. I want to connect to source. Source is where all the power is.
Yeah, that's where the power is.
But Most High is ruling all of this.
So we talking about healing. Don't forget that. Don't forget that this is written, produced, directed, but not financed by you. All right? Nah, so don't forget that part. Now, when I talk about work, I'm always talking about work. You are this woman is anti-work. She don't want to hear nothing about no work, and I keep telling her, like, listen, this shit ain't gonna happen if we don't work, right? She said, I'm going to attract it. I'm going to attract it.
I've been attracting everything my whole life, and I could teach you guys how.
And we have too. You right? Everybody has. Don't get it twisted. What you got? You have attracted.
You gotta say it.
Make no mistake about that.
You gotta say it.
Now they do say, now here's the other thing. Not only have you attracted it, you've entertained it.
There's also people that are master manifestors, though, right? And there are
I'm
people
working on that.
There are people who are looking at those people like, how are they doing that?
I'm working on it.
It's not by work. And that's the thing. You're working on it.
I'm working on, because I'm going to say that I am a master manifester, right? But my level of awareness of what's coming is just starting to get sharp. It's just starting to sharpen up. It's getting sharper and sharper and sharper. Like I was telling people, because people always talk to me about like karma, right? And I'd be like, I don't really believe in karma. And the reason why I don't believe in karma is because when I do something that I know ain't right, I get a ticket next day.
So why are you doing stuff?
God don't play with me. He don't wait. It don't be like, Dad, that thing I did in July 24th, this must be it. Nah. It'd be like, nah, you know you had extra 3 bananas in there. You ain't ring.
People think that they are so favored that karma is in representation of them personally. Oh, he don't want me no more. Oh, karma gonna get him. Oh, for real? Like, that's not how
they act like they call it karma.
Okay.
Listen.
God favors me. Like, that's not how.
No.
Stop.
You see what he did to me? Get his ass.
Yeah. Take your hands off of him, Lord.
Take your hands off of him.
So what actually happens is,
talk to me.
because you need to know this is a part of healing, right? A part of healing is being able to accept.
See, I don't know much.
You are literally getting what you put out. You are literally getting what you put out. People don't want to believe this because they want to believe everything is an outside entity. Now, this is not going against any religion, so don't come for me. But listen.
When you say that, though, when you say they want to believe.
I'm going to give you an explanation.
Okay, go ahead.
So, wake up. It's a sunny day. Oh, look at God. Wake up, it's a rainy day. The devil busy today. Listen, it don't matter what's happening that you don't like. A lot of people, if you're religious, some people blame the devil. And what's happening is it's just your energy. Everything is you. It's your energy. What you're putting out, you're getting back. Period. So and that you can't change.
Let me interrupt you really quick.
Sure.
Because I feel like there's a reason for that. I feel like people habitually don't want to take responsibility for things that's going on in there.
Those better. What are you talking about?
Right. So that's that's why they look at God, and that's why the devil is a liar and stuff like
Absolutely.
that. Now, the reason why I said that is like back to topic. The only way you heal is if you take responsibility for your pain, even if you feel like somebody else caused it. Would you rock with that? If you feel like somebody else caused that.
1,000% agree, because
see, that's why this is why I got on the show.
It's like the same.
Listen, I don't need the resistance that you're getting when you get in the house, bruh. But go ahead, I'm listening. Go ahead.
So what happens is when you are, you ever heard that saying, you basically drinking poison but waiting for somebody else to die? That's what your anger is doing to you. And when you're not forgiving people, you're feeling like somebody did something to you. Listen, nobody never did nothing to you. Ever.
It was never personal.
It was for you to see. But a lot of people don't like people being themselves. That's where I'm unconditional. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, he hurt me, she hurt me. No, you hurt yourself. Because a lot of times you know the person, you know the situation, but you'll stay. You know different things, but you say that person, because they chose someone else or did something that you didn't like. Now you chose to be hurt. Because how did he hurt? Because he made a choice for his life experience. Does that make sense?
Hold on. Say that again. I need you to repeat that.
So.
No, repeat that line.
Okay.
Repeat that line.
How do you get hurt from somebody else making a choice for their
their
own life
own
experience?
life experiences.
That's self-infliction, right?
That's self-infliction.
Okay.
And not only that, honestly, you got to think, because if I care about you, right, and you decided that I hurt you, right, now you are making me responsible
Oh, absolutely.
for how you feel. Now I'm
You
taking
think
on
they
somebody
would
else's.
think a person wouldn't take responsibility? Hell,
I'm
yeah,
taking
we
on
like
you got me taking on your whole life.
whole life.
And I got my own life that I'm confused
I
about.
tell my male friends, if a woman says anything like, you make me feel, you made me feel, run. She's about to make you responsible for her whole life. I'm just being serious. And ladies, I'm a girl's girl, and I am not trying to be on the guy's side, but sometimes.
Don't get it twisted.
Sometimes.
Me and this chick disagree a lot.
A lot.
But there's certain topics
Yeah.
that we can easily agree upon because we both, I think, believe in personal responsibility, and more than that, personal power.
Yeah.
Whenever you attribute your pain, your guilt, whatever it is that you got going outside of yourself, you have no power.
You have no power.
You've rendered yourself powerless.
Period.
You've given your power away.
Yep.
And that's what the conversation, because how this started out was somebody was talking to me about healing, and all I was talking like you got to keep your power. You can't say, but he did this, and he said that. What do you think about? No, keep your power. I'm talking to you about you. I care about you. I don't give a rat's ass about this person that you're talking about.
Right.
I don't care nothing about them because I care about you literally. And so you got to maintain your power by maintaining, taking the blame for everything. As a man, personally, I take the blame for everything.
So maintaining your power, being accountable, not leaving the past in the past, figuring out ways to start new things, right? If you say, for instance, that you are healing from, like shit, me, I was married for 27 years. So now you have to do new things, not new relationships.
Trick that man.
Just new things. You know what I'm saying?
27 years of sorcery. Go ahead.
And I was like, no, I'm joking. Listen, let me tell y'all something. There's a time for everything, and that time was over. That's
Okay.
it. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at
And
that.
people who are so crazy, they be like, oh, all those years, I still got my years left. I'm starting a new timeline. Like, what are we talking about? Like,
a new chapter, a new
I'm sorry
novel.
to hear that. Why? How does it affect you? Like, people got to get out of that stuff. Like, and listen, when you see me.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's easier for a woman to make that split. Even though I don't think it was easy for you, it's easier for a woman to really make that split decision.
It was very easy for you.
Yeah.
So the universe.
Plus your kids was big.
Listen.
But I'm just saying,
that conversation.
Was your kids big?
What are we talking about kids, right?
I'm just saying, was your kids big?
Your kids gonna grow up and get their own mate and not worry about nothing that you do.
But it's easy. See, this is where the female-male thing come in. When your kid's not big, it's different.
So listen, that could be true. I don't know. My kids are grown. That being said, right? If you are the type that will stay in any relationship or marriage for your kids, that's choosing bondage. A relationship that you're not happy in just for your kid who don't give a heck, that will adjust to anything because they're a kid, don't do it to yourself. Not you, but in general.
No, I'm just saying, you said not happy.
I wouldn't do it.
You said not happy. And when I talk to men, and men say to me, well, man, I ain't happy. I be like, you ain't happy, nigga. Fuck you. Fuck your happy. What you care about being happy for? So you look at me strange, right? Because happy is not nothing without sad, which means that it's temporary. It's a fleeting feeling. It will come and it will go. Just
so
give me a
is it
second.
something to strive for?
No. Let me tell you. What's there to strive for is what's the word? Happy, fulfilled. Fulfillment is what I always tell my brother about. No,
are you doing word semantics?
No, it's not semantics. Let me give you the difference. I sent out the text message, right, to my sister-in-law, my mother, my sisters, and my wife, right? I sent out the text message. I said, put something sexy on. I'm taking you to dinner in the group chat. because I know women. You know what I'm saying? Now, my mother's 70, but she worked
At
in the
least
house.
you know those.
She trying to get. I know those women. That's right. And she trying to find something sexy because I'm taking them out. Anyhow, we go out to dinner. And they having a good time. I'm sitting back, they talk, and my brother, he came, he invited himself, right? So they talking, they having a good time, they high five and they laugh. And I say, look at them. They happy. I sat back and I felt fulfilled. The very next day, that moment was gone. That way, that form of happiness is gone. I still felt fulfillment because guess what? I can send out another text message and do it all over again. And my point is that fulfillment, that's what I tell brothers, lasts way longer than happy. I have no desire to chase happy at all because what will happen is you'll chase happy out of your bank account. You'll chase happy off of a cliff. I'm just trying to tell you,
That's a little bit.
she's not going to be able to wrap her mind around it.
It sounds like he's chasing something else off of the bank account and the cliff.
I'm not chasing. My point is I'm just working. I'm just working.
This, right? A state of mind, right? It's a feeling, how you feel, right? So the reason why I say happy is, I even tell people to have happy kids, it'll be less people healing, right? If you had happy kids. Because a happy kid is not bullying somebody.
Okay.
A happy kid not even trying to condemn themselves.
Mm-hmm.
A happy kid is not trying to take your kid's toy or just go around being destructive. A happy kid is just trying to find other things to be happy about and use their imagination.
Wow.
So, with that being said, when you're happy, that feeling you carry
when you're happy.
And me here. When most people are happy though, because I run into happy people all the time because I'm happy.
Right.
You run into, these people and you carry that feeling with you everywhere you go. But when you're something else, you carry that too.
This one of those things we see differently.
Well, because I see you in traffic.
Right.
So, yeah.
I say that's the
so I can
opposite
just end it right there.
So listen to me for a second. Because listen, you're right. Two things you just said.
Me, I'm choosing my feelings.
Without
you understand
question.
the difference?
Well, I know that.
Literally choosing. Listen,
I
somebody
choose my
could cut me off in traffic. And most people would be like,
I don't do that shit no
They
more.
might even throw things out the window. I don't know, right?
More. But I used to do that bullshit.
But there are some people
and it wasn't from being cut off. But go ahead.
There are some people that get caught off in traffic and they be like, oh, okay, well, I guess they was in a rush. And they just keep on moving about that day like it never happened. That's me, because I'm about to spend time on this and this person is already in that car, rolled on, and now I'm in my car mad, fussing, angry. Listen, I'm choosing everything about my...
Well, hold up. I want to get back to something you said because I don't want to lose this thought.
Okay, go ahead.
You said happy children don't bully.
Yes,
happy children
absolutely.
is happy children. And this is what I say to my friends, my guy friends who talking about getting to it, building generational wealth. I say, listen, bro, happiness is for women and children. Let them pursue that bullshit. You got to pursue. Now listen, let me finish. You got
something about pursuing.
But listen, but I'm just giving you my words. All right, you need to be fulfilled, and that's all I'm saying.
Just because it worked for you, they got to be fulfilled too.
No, I ain't telling them how to be fulfilled. I'm just telling them as a man. You got to remember,
fulfilled.
When you talk as a woman, I have to listen. I have to.
Why?
Because I'm not a woman. And so I can get some insight from you.
But I can only speak for me.
No, without question. And I can only speak for me because they asking me what I think works for me. I can't guarantee that works for them.
Work for you.
But I'm be honest, I don't like to hear a brother talk about he trying to be happy. I hate it. Because I know for a fact it ain't going to last. I tried to be happy. It don't last. You know what lasts? Things that build. And again, like I said, I think the beauty of a woman is the imagination, because imagination is the most godlike quality anybody can have. And I love the fact that one thing you've done well, if you've learned to choose, you'll fail.
Absolutely.
Right? And certainly I've done that without question. That being said, though, I'm going to do what I got to do regardless of how I feel.
This man is contradicting himself. Talking about, I choose it, but I'm going to do what I...
No.
What does that mean?
What that means is I don't ever say, I can't remember the last time I would say, yo, man, I'm happy. I don't have a desire to be happy. I just have a desire to win. A desire to be fulfilled. Now, if you want to describe that as that's you being happy,
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
I don't have a problem with that. I'm just trying to tell you, I just feel like it's
good, though. Fulfilled is good.
Yes, and I like a good feeling. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
I like a good feeling. And let me say this part, because I think this is important. As a man, she hates when I say as a man, if you are building and you are getting yourself in a space where you're feeling fulfilled, by default, you're going to be
happy.
You're going to be happy.
Awesome. I mean, all of that just to get back to the word happy.
I don't like the word. But I like the word for her. I like the word for children. I like the word for women in general. I just don't like the word for men. Just
the thing
because
is this, though.
I see a lot of men, I'm going to tell you the reason why. I see a lot of men work based on how they feel. If they're not feeling good, then they don't want to work.
You missed the whole point.
Go ahead.
Choosing your feelings.
No doubt.
It's all about your mindset. So I don't give a dang how I feel.
You're going to do the work.
I got to do what I got to do.
You
What
ain't-
are we talking about? Like, I don't care how I feel.
Okay,
but you
go
said
ahead.
feelings are temporary, right?
Okay.
So if a man don't feel like doing the work, sir, that's temporary. You better get your lazy. Go to the house. But listen, I noticed that a lot of people are just creating by default. And that works for them because they're
They've
getting
done what?
We're creators. So they're
So they're
creating by
creating-
default.
Give me an example of creating this.
So creating by
The
default.
producers can know what you're saying.
They have a dream of maybe something and they're not necessarily working toward it, or they want it, but they might not think they're getting it fast, but they're getting some other things that they want to. So it's
Okay.
like creating by default. But then there are deliberate creators,
Mm-hmm.
people who say, this is what I want. They point, they get it, right? So
They don't work. They just got there. You're a fairy,
they
but
line-
everybody's not a
they line
fairy.
up with it. Everybody can line up with it.
Okay, they line up
Listen,
with it.
Everything that everybody wants is available. It's nothing that's not available to you that you can't have.
I concur with that.
Right. So
Mhm.
if it's available to you, that means it's you that's out of way. It's you that said, oh, I want a new business, but then saying, oh, well, this might not be a good time. And now
She talking to men and women here.
I'm talking to both. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
without
myself. Like I'm always talking to myself because, but it's a lot of things that we can actually create. We can say we want it. We can wait for inspired action. So I stay away from the word work is because sometimes people are working, making
She
up
hate
for
the
their
word work.
I don't hate the word work. I hate the fact that people think their work can make up for their mismanaged energy.
Okay.
Okay. So
I like to say
saying,
misappropriated, but
well,
you're right.
mismanaged because
Yes.
you manage your energy.
Without
Again,
question.
I'm talking about choosing. So there are times where you can choose to do something different, but you don't. Like, no, there's no way you about to.
Well, let me say this because you sound pretty
You can overwork.
You
off
sound
that.
pretty self-motivated, right? She's a trainer. She has a trainer, right?
Yeah.
Who are the people who have attempted to motivate you or push you or things of that nature? Because I've gotten some pushes myself, right? And I see that you're like well on your way to whatever it is that you want out of this life. Who or what has pushed you and motivated you to even become who it is that you are today? Because you sound sincerely, intellectually fit. You know what I'm saying? You have a really good capacity and understanding, from my perspective, of what it is that you want to do and where it is that you might be headed.
Honestly, I'm finding motivation in everybody that I meet, to be honest. I'm always finding motivation in people, but I'm not looking for it. Like I'm always wanting to be self-motivated because people might not always be there for you to be motivated.
Without question.
So I want to be my own motivation when it comes to that. That's another choice I make, just, to just be aligned with the things that I want. And being aligned is not like a college degree. Once you have it, you don't have it forever. And you get in and out of alignment all day.
Oh, okay. All right.
So-
Okay. Because I be like, man, I've been aligned. And then I've been underlined. I'm like, man, what happened? What happened? Where my numbers at? It ain't
So
showing up.
when you know that feeling,
You try to get back.
oh, wait a minute, hold on. So
Yeah,
you
come on.
know that feeling of being aligned and what happens when you are aligned, the things you say you want, but how it lines up.
Right.
So then you know the feeling out of alignment, right?
Yeah.
So there we go. That's all we're talking about. Choosing.
I was out of alignment for
Choosing.
2 years.
I know.
Probably 3. Because the way I talk, I was short.
You was
I
just
get it.
out. You was just out.
I was out of alignment, so.
Hey, yo.
But straight up, because I was trying to find my way back.
Listen,
And now it's like, the energy's so strong, the intuition is on 1,000.
yeah.
And, and that came from certain levels. That came from putting in work, healing, journaling, sticking with my affirmations. When something come my way, even if it comes in my ear negative, it's like breast milk. After the mother eat a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich with ham, it comes out the titties positive. You know what I'm saying? It's the baby's immune system. It will come out my mouth positive. You know what I'm saying? It would come out my mouth positive because I knew what it felt like to be in alignment, and I knew what it felt like to be unaligned. I was like, nah, I got to get back, and I got to get back. And I just used to just do it, make, say, lie, make, say, lie, make, say, lie, and just push until my numbers start showing back up. 11, 11, 4, 4, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 10, 10, 5, 5, 5. That started showing up.
That's one of the unique ways that the universe.
I'm about to get some money.
That's one of the unique ways that
I'm about to get some paper. Go ahead.
The money. Look, you got me some money.
The money.
Numbers. Lots of stuff. Numbers, songs, all kinds of ways. But when you see those numbers, you know that you're locked in some kind of way, especially when you think back at what thought you're having when you see the numbers. But healing.
You know what? You did good.
Drop it in the comments, y'all.
Drop it in the comments.
Drop it in the
if
comments
you like,
how you heal. What was something that helped you on your healing journey?
Yeah, because you could definitely help somebody else.
We all had to heal from something.
We ain't really got no steps. You know what I mean?
We ain't really got no steps.
We ain't really got no steps.
This is different. It's an individualized process. This is your life experience. And because this is your life experience, it has to be written by you, produced by you, directed by you.
Like this podcast.
Your life experience.
It's your life experience. And you got this. I'm your boy, Sugar Ray.
I'm your girl, Tanya.
And this is the I Don't Know Much Podcast. Yeah!
Woo! Thanks for joining us.